Coming in hot. Let me put on some music. Hey y'all. Happy Tuesday. Man, that's thick. Hi. I feel like I have not been on here for a long time, so I wanted to hop on today because I haven't been on here for a week because I was trying to let the election stuff just kind of pass a little bit because I feel like it was so heavy last week in the energy and I was feeling really exhausted, a little used up, all of the things. So I just wanted to hop on here today and talk to y'all because I've been doing a lot of readings while I've been gone, and I feel like I feel like I've been getting some good insight from spirit lately. So I just wanted to hop on and talk to y'all. I'll wait for some of y'all to get up in here. Get up here. Let's dance. Hold on, let me turn that down. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on live today because I just posted a video about church trauma. And I was doing a reading for somebody last week. And she basically just booked like a meet and greet. And a meet and greet, that space is for y'all to do whatever y'all want to do with that space. So if y'all want to come in and y'all just want to talk to me or need somebody to talk to, y'all just want to meet me, y'all can use that space for that. But y'all can also use that space for like a ESP reading. And if you're not familiar with ESP, it's just like extra sensory perception reading, which is just me feeling into your energy and seeing what I could feel. And I recently did this with somebody last week. And one thing that kept coming up for her was feeling into your energy and seeing what I could feel. And I recently did this with somebody last week. And one thing that kept coming up for her was church trauma. I was trying to figure out why it was. Hey, Sana. Or is that Sana? If it's Sana, I apologize. But what kept coming up for her was church trauma. And Spirit was telling me that she didn't trust herself. So I'm like, what do you mean by that? Because I didn't grow up in the church, meaning like I went to church when I went over to my friend's house. Sana. Okay, perfect. As soon as I said that, I heard that in my head. So I was like, oh yeah, you gotta be saying that wrong, girl. Miss Ma'am, get that right. Put some respect on her name, period. But I didn't grow up in a church environment, like where I was going to church religiously. And I think that sometimes I'm a little blind to like the other experiences that people have. So I was trying to ask Spirit, like, you know, why doesn't she trust herself? And Spirit just kept saying church trauma. And so I asked her about like what her experience was, and what she was saying was when she was a kid, she had a lot of questions, and that it was not a safe space for her to express what her concerns were, to ask those questions. So she was kind of like in this silent internal battle with herself, and that bled into her adult life. So when she became an adult, that same pattern kept repeating itself in her relationships, in her career. Is anytime it came time for her to make a big decision, she was always constantly in this internal battle with herself, because her entire life she's getting intuitive insight, and she's going to the people who she's supposed to be able to, you know, express what she's feeling, and they're telling her that how she feels is wrong. So it broke her ability to trust her own insight. It broke her ability to trust her own intuition. And that was mind-boggling to me, because I just didn't even think that that was an option, because that's not the reality that I live in. So, hey, Royal. I know I haven't been on live for like 2 weeks, y'all, because I needed to take a break. I feel like with the election and everything going on, I just needed a moment to myself. I needed to recalibrate as well, because I had a whole bunch of people at my house, and sleeping next to people, picking up on people's attachments, all kind of stuff. So I needed a moment just to recalibrate and to get my energy back right. So yeah, I haven't been on here for like a week, maybe a week and a half. Hey, Heal Her Energy, love your name. But I haven't been on for a minute because I just need to get my energy right. I didn't want to be stuck in this election energy, just because it's so much energy harvesting and shit that happens around that time. So I was just trying to steer clear of it for a little bit. And I actually wasn't going to come on today. I only came on today because sis is having a good day. So I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm getting on live. I'm talking to my people. But I almost didn't come on. I was going to wait another week, you know, just to let all the air dry and stuff with everything that's happening in the country. Because I haven't even been on social media. So I might be out the loop on what's going on as well. Excuse me. But I've been working on myself, though. I've been doing a lot of introspection. I've been taking clients. As y'all know, I've just recently became a mentor to people, which has been going fucking phenomenal. Like, I could not have asked for better people. I could not have asked for a better turnout with that. I feel like because it's the first time me doing something like this, I'm figuring it out as I go, but I'm doing such a great job of helping. I'm doing such a great job of getting through to people or identifying the issues that people are having. I'm trusting my gift more, which is something that's kind of always been a struggle for me, because I don't know if I told y'all this, but I lived in a haunted house when I was like 16. Sister girl been scared of ghosts her whole motherfucking life. And when you scared of the spiritual side of things and you try to shut that off, you shut off all of it. And so I think it was really hard for me to trust myself or even lean into that energy, even after going to mentorship program. Remember, because I did a mentorship program and I did spirit school, and I still just was kind of struggling with my gift. And I think this space that I've entered into, where I'm mentoring, where I'm using my gifts every day, because I got a mentee every single day, that is really helping me to grow and to develop. And I love that for us, because the more I grow and develop, the more I'll be able to pour back into y'all, which I fucking love. So who just said something to me? I'm sorry, hold on. I'm happy you did, but always take your time for you. Thank you so much. I will, y'all. When I need a moment just to recalibrate, I need to step away. And I do a really good job of doing that. And I think I just had so much energy. Like, so many people was visiting, like coming to stay with me to visit back to back. And I didn't get a chance to prioritize what I needed during that time, because I was constantly on the go. And I opened the door for an attachment, which was annoying, but it happened. And I had to get that up off me first before I could, you know, come back. So, hey, Jazz, good to see you too, love. I feel like you always in my lives, girl. Hey, girl. But yeah, I just took a moment just so I can recalibrate. And it wasn't bad timing either with everything that was going on with the election. I just feel like everything is so high energy. The energy kind of feels defeated right now. I think there was like a downtick in our energy after the election, which is kind of hard to grapple with. Hi, Kings. Hi, Creator Les. So I just needed to take a moment for myself. And with me starting the new mentorship program these last couple of weeks, I think I needed time too, so that I can, why you blocked me last time? I don't know. That's a question you got to ask yourself, because I don't remember why I blocked you. But you got to be careful when you're in my lives, baby, because my block hand is, I can't wait to block somebody. So whatever you did, don't do it again. Hey, Sam. Hi, lovely. How do you remove attachments using energy work? For me, I use sound frequency a lot to remove attachments, which has been successful for me. Block hand strong, crazy. It's crazy. Don't even play with her like that. I be itching to block. But for me, it's the only way for me to curate an environment where I feel safe in. And I think that's really important. You know, sometimes when you see people on social media, you think that everybody has access to them or everybody gets to have access to them. And that's not true. You know, my energy is sacred. My energy is special. And, you know, I only want to reach those who want to be reached. And I feel like, I don't know, anytime I feel like somebody talking crazy or something like that, those are not my people. Because my people are not going to talk to me like that. My people appreciate me and value what I have to bring. And they treat me with care, but not only me, the people who come in my life, the people who are around me, also with care. I don't just block people for me. Sometimes y'all be in the comments talking crazy to my followers and I will block you. Because why would you ever think that it's okay to come over here doing that anyway? So yeah, ain't no telling why I blocked you, baby, but you know, thin ice. It's always thin ice over here. I am. Your energy always good and you feel safe here. Thank you, Jazz. Right, you have to protect your energy. I do. Yeah, so sound, y'all, I have been really, really into sound healing lately. And I told you I had did some research on it, and I realized that when you speak out of your mouth, whatever you say is actually changing the toroidal field around you, which means that you're shifting through dimensions when you speak. That's why I say, be careful what you say. You know, your words cast spells. Like, all of that is true because you're actually changing the toroidal field around you, which is shifting you through dimensions when you're speaking. So I was looking at that, but then I started looking at DNA. And so our DNA strands, the A, C, B, whatever that is associated with certain specific music notes. So music actually directly affects our DNA, which is something I just recently found out, which blew my motherfucking mind. So because it made me think about, like, one, how we've unconsciously not paid attention to music, and how music can just bypass our defense system, which is the masculine principle, and go directly to our feminine principle, which is our subconscious mind. Music skips go straight into your subconscious mind, which is your belief systems. Okay, so it can really affect what you do when you wake up in the morning time, because your belief systems affect how you act. So that was the first thing that I thought about with that. The second thing is, if music can heal your DNA, then that means that what the Egyptians were focused on, and them creating the pyramids, which are basically healing centers, when you go into the pyramids, cellular regeneration and all this other shit starts to happen, which is scientifically proven. You can look this up, right? Then that means that they was on to something. And the sound is the feminine principle. So when I heard that, my whole head just started spinning, and all these downloads started coming. So I've really, really been focusing on frequencies and focusing on music therapy. I will say that some of those YouTube videos, though, definitely have attachments on them. So the one that I found that was really good for frequencies for your chakra system is Meditative Mind. That's a really, really good one. And I used to like Ninad, but one of their open your meridians video definitely has something attached to it. Say, I've been off certain platforms for almost 2 weeks. Yeah, me too, Jazz. I don't know what it is, but I just randomly did not like the internet. I don't know. I just randomly just was like, I'm not feeling this. And even when I would try to be on TikTok, it's like my body was saying no. And I spent the last, I would say, 2 weeks meditating, focusing on me, trying to get my mind right. You know, working with my mentees, which I really freaking love. Like, I know I always say this, but I feel like I found my thing. I have many things, but like Oregon energy. Ooh, what's that? What's Oregon energy? Makes sense. Okay. Chakra, you do not have to cut up like that in the background. Hold on, let me change the playlist. I don't know what's going on. But we about to... Okay, we going to this one. Okay, makes sense. This whole year, the way I listen to music is changing, more instrumentals and frequencies. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think I'm just more aware this year than I have been, which really makes sense because, I mean, this is the year of 8. People talk about 8 being like the number of abundance, right? They talk about career. They talk about money when they talk about 8, but they don't talk about how 8 is also associated with the subconscious mind. So anything that you have hidden is illuminated in the year of 8. And then in the year of 9, which is the ending of cycles, everything is breaking down to be processed so that something new can be built. So this year, a lot of what's been hidden has been coming to the top. A lot of the things that we haven't dealt with, that we've been just okay with it being what it is and just pushing it off to the side, a lot of that shit is now important for us. Oh yes, my nails do match my little sports bra. It actually was for a costume because I was gonna go. So we had a costume party that was like adult sexy vibe, but we also had like a costume party that was like silly shit. And I tend to lean more towards the silly shit. And I was going to be discussed from inside out. And she had the little purple scarf around her neck with the little purple shoes and the green dress with the stocking. Like, I was going to be discussed. And I had a little green wig with a little flip at the bottom, but it didn't work out that way. So I'm sending that shit back, period. But I like the nails though. Hey, Delightful D. Have you been on long? No, I literally just got on here. And the only reason why I'm on here is because, one, my little cousins have been reaching out to me this week because they've been like listening to my podcast and listening to stuff. And I've just been having a really good week. I met with a mentee this morning and we're making so much progress, and it's only been like 3 weeks. Like, that's, so I was just like, you know what? I'm in a good energy. Let me get on here and spread this energy. Yes, yes. What's Oregon energy? Are you going to tell me what that is? Let me look it up. Oregon energy. Orgone. Massless, omnipresent substance similar to luminiferous aether? What did I just stumble upon? Described as esoteric energy and hypothetical universal life force. And it's a chamber you can get inside of? Oh, that's a rabbit hole for another moment, but that rabbit hole will be had. I've had a great week as well. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. The Clearing Energy YouTube has been so good. Clearing my energy is getting easier. So needed. You were so very well. Like, I honestly think that's so important too, because I just talked to one of my little cousins, and one of her friends just died, and the friend attached itself, like the friend died unexpectedly. He was not expecting to die. He was not anticipating to die, and he's attached himself to one of his really close friends, and his energy is feeling drained and all of this, and it's because he got a damn attachment, and this is his friend. So you got to continuously clear your energy. I've been stressing about not finding a job. What should I do to help find one? So one, you don't want to stress in the process of you finding a job, because if fear is at the forefront of what you're feeling, then your thought, I need a job, is not matching with the feeling. Okay, in order for you to bring something in, because the feeling that you're feeling, fear, anger, shame, guilt, any of that is pushing things out of your life. So that means you're constantly going to be in this chasing energy, which is not what we do. We don't chase, we attract, right? So in order for you to bring something in, you got to keep a positive disposition about it. And I know that's really hard, but instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you actually want. Like, what type of environment do you want while you are looking for, when you get into this new job, right? What are the things that you didn't like about your old job that you would like to be different about this job? Spend some time visualizing that. Spend some time looking at what you do want. What's important to you? Is the morale important? Do you want to get along with the people? Like, do you want them to have company events that they invite you to? Like, what do you want that to look like? And then focus your intention there. And then when you get up and you're looking for jobs, you need to feel excited. You need to feel joy. You need to actually pick something that's aligned with who you are. So look at the skills that you have naturally right now and try to see how those can help you in your next situation. But also think about the environment of the job and what it is you want to feel when you go to work, because you're going to be there more than you're at home. So focusing on cultivating an environment where you have flexibility over your schedule, where you have where you can actually go to management and tell them your concerns, where when you come into work, it doesn't feel like people are constantly yelling at you, screaming, and this heavy ass energy. Focus on that and align yourself with that, because when I show you guys the emotional vibrational scale, right, and how you're supposed to be at that neutral point, in order for you to bring something in, you got to move up the stairwell. That means you got to constantly be feeling joy, peace, alignment, acceptance, willingness. You have to constantly be feeling that when you're thinking about the thing you're trying to bring in. And I know that seems really hard, especially when you are worried about it. But right now is a really important time for you to manage your thoughts. Right now is a really important time for you to nurture your inner self, because your inner self probably did not have its needs met when you were a kid, and now you're worried about repeating some of those same patterns. So just take a second, understand that money is everywhere, and worry about what you do want in that next environment, what's important to you, so that you can align yourself with that energy and attract that to you. I know I said a mouthful. I hope it wasn't convoluted and confusing, but I hope that helps, Amir. You got this. You got this. You got to be your biggest cheerleader right now, because right now it feels like you're in a lack mindset, and you've kind of felt, and it feels like you were moving forward, and then this happened and you started moving backwards. So you're just falling back into some old patterns. It's okay. Nurture yourself. Tell that inner child, listen, I know you were a little scared right now, but I got us. We are going to figure this out. And then focus on what you do want in that environment, and make that the thing that you obsess about, opposed to obsessing about all the things that could go wrong. if it doesn't happen. Know that it's coming, because it is. So Todd, I've been waiting on this unemployment money that's owed to me. I honestly just stopped checking. Yes, stop checking altogether. Don't worry about it. It delayed, because when you are operating from this place of fear, you are pushing things away from you. Those lower emotions are pushing things out. Okay, so unexpected delays and stuff like that will start coming up, which are kind of coming up anyways based on what the energy is. I'm glad to see you on live. Thank you, So Glow. I'm glad to be on live. I literally have been MIA for probably like 2 Wednesdays ago. But I had too much energy around me. I needed a second to myself and to get myself back on track. And I was taking on this new mentorship program. So I needed a moment to get my people together too and make sure that they had what they need. And it's going amazing. I couldn't be happier. But I said this week I'm getting on, because I actually was a little skeptical about getting on today. But my day went so well, I couldn't ask for it to be better, that I was just like, I need to get on here and spread some of this energy, because this energy feels good. Y'all need to feel this. Greetings and gratitude to you and everyone. Oh, thank you. Greetings and gratitude to you too. So let me tell y'all what I did the other day when I was meditating, and it worked. If you can feel energy, I'm telling you, once you start, one of my mentees has been clearing her energy twice a day, like I told her. And today she told me she's finally starting to feel the energy in her body, and it feels like it's working. She can feel it going through her body, all of that. Yes, we love that. But I feel energy very, very well. And what I've been calling on lately is free will. And I didn't think of free will as being like an energy by itself. It is an energy. It is an energy, guys. And the moment I start calling on free will and I start calling on expansion, right? Because expansion is anytime you bring in something in. I literally felt like my body was like blowing up like a balloon. Like it was moving out. The stagnant energy that was in my neck just started releasing at a rapid fucking pace. So tonight, call on free will, y'all. Like just go into meditation, sit still. Don't even have no expectations, but just call on free will and tell me how y'all feel about that, because it was crazy what I was feeling. Yeah, I have been moving forward and I shifted perspectives. Then this came up and messed up a bit. Yeah, that's how you know that everything is transitioning. What you have asked for, it is coming in, but everything that comes in through chaos. Okay, because chaos is creation energy. Okay, so that means that the things that are no longer serving you, that are not going to go with you to this next level, that has to fall to shit. So when you go into it with that expectation and you understand that, then life becomes a little bit easier to maneuver. But the things are being moved out of your way. Every time you put in an order to the universe is going to bring you the opposite just to make sure you're sure. So you need to keep saying no to the things that's not aligned. Don't take a job just because you're worried about money. Like literally figure out what it is that you want and align yourself to that. And then when it comes, it's going to be so much more satisfying. So much more satisfying. I've been doing the same, but I've been lagging the last few days. It's something, the energy is dragging though. And I don't know, yesterday, yesterday was the 11/11 portal, and I did so much energetic alignment yesterday. But the energy has been feeling a little, it feels like we need to be doing introspection. Like we need to be resting. We need to be taking a journey within. Like that's what the energy feels like to me. It feels like it's super important for right now, because a lot of stuff is coming up and it's time for us to kind of check in with ourselves. That's maybe what I be forgetting to do. Yes. Hi, Creek Nation. I ask myself, where has joy and happiness gone? So freedom and expansion. Thank you. Yes. And joy and happiness is always around you. You just need to seek it. Meaning that you need to be filling your day with stuff that make you happy. You need to be filling your day with things that bring you joy. Are you answering questions? I always answer questions. Hit me. I seen 11/11 yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was 11/11. It was a huge portal yesterday for energetic alignment. And I used it. Okay. It was great. I meditated all day yesterday, basically. And that's when I be feeling the most recharged. What would you consider breaking down out of nowhere, uncontrollably crying, laughing, screaming, etc.? Emotional repression. Yep. That's emotional repression. You haven't been feeling your emotions, and it feels like something, it just capsized. It had to come up. because what happens sometimes is that emotions are energy in motion, meaning that they're supposed to keep moving. But sometimes we try to attach ourselves to an event, and because we have that emotion attached to that event, it stays in your body, it stays in the water in your body, and the water in your body becomes dense. And then that's why sometimes when you go to the chiropractor or you go somewhere and they crack something, you hear it pop, and then all of a sudden you start crying, all this energy, all these thoughts come up, and it's because you locked it away, but somebody just cracked it open. So it's important for you right now to feel your feelings, and to try to understand where they're coming from, which means that you have to really, really be in tune with yourself and to allow yourself to feel how you feel, which is kind of hard for a lot of us, I think. It's really hard for us to understand how we feel because we weren't able to actually vocalize how we felt as a kid because it didn't matter to whoever it was that was raising us. So that's emotional repression, babe. And you just capsized, which is okay. But now it's time for you to take better care of yourself emotionally, honoring how you feel about things. No more going with the flow. If you feel like this isn't for you, then that's not for you. You need to move away from it. And you need to be very, very determined in that process. Hey, birthday twin. Same. I was in a good mood yesterday, but I woke up today and felt some heavy energy and a little irritated. Yeah, and that's okay. Like, I feel like sometimes that does happen, but it's up to you to set the intention. So one thing that I've been having my mentees do is set their intention. The moment that they wake up, set your intention. Okay. And it's been working wonderfully. The feedback that I've been getting is I feel more in control of my life. I feel like I actually am, like what I say is going to happen is actually happening. It's so important for you to set it as if it's already going to happen. Like you were just telling the universe, this is what today is going to be, and then walking away. And that's what today is going to be. So start setting your intentions. And if you feel a little irritated in the morning, put on some frequencies, sit there for an extra 5-10 minutes, feel into that feeling, see what that is that's causing that irritation. What are your tips for meditating? I don't know, recently I've just been feeling like when people tell you to meditate, it's this expectation that you're supposed to be doing something. You're supposed to be doing something to meditate. But how I've been feeling lately, or what Spirit has been telling me, is just to lay there without any expectation. Literally focus on relaxing your body. When I go into meditation, I literally lay there for a second and I start at the crown of my head and I say, my scalp is relaxing, my forehead is relaxing. And once I can get my body fully relaxed, I just say, if there's any messages that need to come up for me, bring them up. And I just lay there. I don't expect nothing. I'm just like you chilling on the couch, waiting for something to happen. And for some reason, when I stopped trying, when I just surrendered, I got so much more information than I had before. I felt so much more in touch with myself. So my tip for meditation for right now is just try to exist in that space where you're not doing anything, where everything is still, where you don't have any type of expectations. And I think what's for you is going to start coming to the top. If you want me to by the book, that's intuition. That's my intuition talking. If you want me to do information based, then when you're meditating, you kind of want your tongue to kind of rest at the front of your mouth like that, with your eyes pointed inwards and just a little bit up to right here. This is what you want to be looking at. And you want to sit in a meditative pose because your pineal gland will be facing upwards. If you are meditating, meditate in the same spot every single day so you can concentrate the energy, so that every time you sit in that spot, that energy is already there and it's going to be easier for you to connect. Okay. I would say make the room as dark as you possibly can, or get a sleeping mask, because that's going to help you to connect quicker with what's going on inside of you. And then I would say, make it as quiet as possible. If you can turn on a fan or something, you can kind of just focus on listening to. That would be very helpful for you as well. And then just let whatever comes up come up. And then if it's a trauma or a trigger or something like that, just say not now, but for later. And then when you come out the meditation, journal about it, because that's the stuff that you need to handle in order for you to have a calmer mind. Meditation at night is really helpful too, because we're in purely feminine energy until March. But we're in purely feminine energy, which is introspection energy. It's the energy of relaxation. It's the energy of rest. So it's going to be easier to connect that way as well. But also doing it at night, because that's the feminine half of the day, could really be helpful as well. I hope that helps. Hey, Cam. Hey, Key. I know, girl, I have not been on here. I've been getting my ducks in a row, you know. I've been getting my ducks in a row. I actually been hanging out with friends, guys. I usually be in the house. I've been hanging out with friends and, you know, just getting some life back into me. Very sure about where my life is going right now, which is good, because I feel like I was kind of like in this in-between stage where nothing was happening and I just let nothing happen until something start happening. So yeah, it's been the first time I've cried in years. So I feel like because my insecurities, I've been working on it. Cry. If you need to cry, cry. Because emotional repression does not work for your benefit. It never has. And it's okay to be sensitive. Being sensitive is what makes you gifted. Think about all the people who are not sensitive. That's basically the whole fucking world. We can use some sensitivity around this bitch, if you ask me. But let it out. Don't hold on to that, you know, because crying is so freeing. I actually explained this to a client the other day. Like, you understand, like, when there's too much hot energy, too much cold energy, what tends to happen? And that's what? A storm. You getting sick, you crying, that is a storm happening inside of your body, and it needs to be released. But what happens after a storm? It usually feels really calm. It's eerily calm outside. It's actually going to be a beautiful day after that, right? So you need to release those things so that they're not sitting on you and weighing on you. Same, LOL, I spent my whole portal day meditating, journaling, laughing, and dancing. I heard that, girl. We love that. I did. I meditated the whole day, and it felt good too. I just kind of laid there and I just kept working on my energy work. I got so much energy work done in these last couple of days, which was good because I haven't had a chance to just sit with myself. And I'm usually the type of person who meditate between 1 to 3 hours in a day. And I know that's excessive, but sister girl, you know, I need to be checking in with me. I'm an intense person. I be needing the time, okay? And I just hadn't had the time to do that in a while, so it felt really good. I definitely feel like I got to distance from people and old habits. Then do it. Trust your intuition. Gratitude needed to hear this. You are so very welcome. Yes, I've been getting back into my routine, prayer, meditation, frequency, smudging, and journaling. We love that. I love that. And I think the energy is actually supporting it after yesterday. And really, it feels like this whole week, after this full moon in Taurus. Because the full moon in Taurus that's happening on Friday is the last super moon. It's in Taurus, so it's important to figure out what your values are, what you're prioritizing, so you can align yourself with that. But it's also relationships. There's a lot coming up in relationships in this energy as well. What if I can't get my mind to stop wondering? Stop trying to get it to stop. Stop trying to get it to stop. You don't want to control your mind. You want to deal with what's coming up. So if you are meditating, there's this idea or this concept that people think that you're supposed to get your mind clear. No, it's good if you can, but it's only a small percentage of us that can actually get our mind to stop working. So the goal is to have the thoughts come less frequently. Yes, have the thoughts come less frequently. So when that stuff is coming up, just say not now, but for later, not now, but for later. And when you get out of your meditation, journal about everything that came up, because that's the things that you need to process so that the next stuff can come up. And it might take you 2-3 weeks before you get to a moment where there's a thought coming, 10 minutes, and then another thought. But first you got to kind of deal with some of the mud that's going on inside of the head first. So give yourself space to do that. You don't control your thoughts though. Your thoughts are just awareness. It's just the frequency band that your mind is attaching itself to. So yeah, don't try to control it. Just handle what's coming up. How do you keep your thoughts quiet? When I try to meditate, my mind is everywhere. You don't keep them quiet, because you got to think about it this way. No consciousness, no state of consciousness, because thoughts, emotions, and actions are states of consciousness. Okay, no state of consciousness wants to be oppressed. No state of consciousness wants to be repressed. Okay, what happens every time you emotionally repress? What happens every time you try to repress your thoughts? Them bitches just come up to the top, keep coming up to the top, and you can keep pushing them down, but eventually they're gonna burst over. Okay, so the goal is not for you to get it to stop, it's for you to handle what's coming up, right? So if a thought comes through and that thought is not aligned with you, say, you know what, I accept that as an option, but that's not an option for me, and reject it. Because you gotta think that thoughts are just ideas. Ideas are just options. Okay, so does this option align with the life that you want to create? Because thoughts are what direct your will, because that's the masculine, but the emotion is what actually brings it into this world. So a thought is just a thought until you attach an emotion to it. So that's why it's important for us to kind of be separated from our thoughts, because if a thought doesn't align with us, it should just come and go, because it's energy and motion. Emotions are energy and motion. It's supposed to just kind of like the cow jumping over the damn moon. But the moment that you reach out and grab that thought, then you're deciding I'm creating something. So pay attention to what that thought is, because that's what you're creating. And you can either manifest heaven or you can manifest hell. If you're trying to manifest heaven, that's going to be joy, peace, willingness, enlightenment, those energies. But if you're going to try to manifest hell, then fear, shame, guilt, apathy. That's what you're creating. Okay, so a thought is just a thought. It's just an idea. It's just an option until you attach an emotion to it. And when you attach an emotion, that is like the sperm entering the egg cell. The emotion is the egg cell. Now you creating something. Okay? Yes, you can literally meditate just by being in a meditative state. That's it. You meditate when you shower. You meditate when you go on a walk. Anytime that you're doing something where you're not actually paying attention and you just existed in that moment, where you just kind of looking around you, enjoying life, and you're in that present moment, that is a meditative. That's what you're trying to practice so you can get to the present moment. That's it. It's not worrying about the past and not worrying about the future. It's worrying about what's happening right now. And I know I'm saying it in a very simplistic way, and it's not that simple, but it is that simple though. If you pick up what I'm putting down, it is that simple. This is my song. It is. Period. Oh shit, damn it. I done skipped past 1,000 comments, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, I got here just in time for the tips. Period. Love that for you. This was very helpful. You are welcome. Hey, Cam. That was the best advice I ever heard on meditation. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Girl, swear you sound different. You sound on point. Not that you weren't, but you're sound rejuvenated. Love that for you. Thank you, baby. I am. I needed a moment, y'all. Like, I felt like it was just so much was happening at one time and so many people visiting. It's like I kind of got like caught up in a tornado for a second and I wasn't in Kansas anymore. And then I was like, okay, girl, something needs to change. And that's why I just took a second to myself, and I didn't want to get caught up in the election rigmarole. So I was just like, you know what? It's a good time for me to just unplug for a second. And plus, I don't know why social media was giving me the ick. Every time I got on social media, I was just like, ew, no, this isn't it. But I think we kind of took a step back after the election. I think that really kind of jolted a lot of us. But yeah, are you still going to write your book? Yes. But I decided that it's not going to be written tomorrow. And I love that for me, because whenever I get an idea, I feel like it needs to be done right now. And I get to writing and I get to pumping it out. And I don't know, this is so special to me, and this is so important for y'all to hear. And it's so much going on. I just need to do this the right way. And I need to put time and care and love into this project, which I'm going to do. So yes, I am. Okay, different energies come in the dark, more symbolic, the light, more logical details. Agreed. Different positions help, laying down versus sitting up. Agreed. Silence versus music, different things come during those times. I love it. Yes, I agree with you again, my love. Thank you. Are you more of a visual or audio receiver? Music and light for me equals seeing things. So sound, light is masculine energy, sound is feminine energy. I am more of an audio person. I've been audio my entire life. My trauma is blocking my sight. However, if spirit wants me to see something, they can put project the image into my head. But it's quick and it's blurry, if that makes sense. But I'm working on it. It's actually clearing. It felt like it was so much pressure on my eyes. That's what I was actually working on when I was meditating yesterday. It's so much pressure on my eyes. Like, and it's kind of like I can see kind of like this blue dust over it. So I'm trying to clear that, but it's my own trauma. So everybody was saying it's too quiet. Something wasn't right after the election. What do you think? I don't know. I think that's no longer really a part of my reality. I don't focus on what those people are doing because I really shouldn't. The only time I talk about politics is for y'all. That does not apply to me because my status is corrected and I don't fall within that system. But I do talk about it because it affects a lot of y'all. And not everybody's going to go about correcting their status the way that I did because it's a really hard fucking thing to do. You got to learn all the fucking laws and you got to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. And it's complicated and it's hard and it's, you know, so I don't know. I don't really got nothing to say about that because them not my people. With that Scorpio moon, you go deep. My Scorpio energy is in my 4th house with Pluto. Ooh, child. Death and rebirth in family relationships is crazy. Constantly? Child, shout out to you. Quiet plus darkness equals hearing my higher self mind talking to me. Yeah. The darker that you get it, the better. But the problem is a lot of us are scared of the dark. So we turn the lights off and all of a sudden it's like somebody's chasing you, somebody's behind you, somebody's watching you. It's like all these fucking thoughts come up. It's kind of like when you go to wash your face and all of a sudden it's like somebody's standing behind you, somebody's, you know, it's like that. A lot of us are afraid of the dark and we don't realize that. But when you can get it as dark as you possibly can, all of a sudden the visual aspect pops on. All of a sudden you can hear better. It's crazy, I'm telling you. I just joined and was wondering what the moon was doing. Child, the moon is about to be full on Friday, so it should be it should be almost full, but it's not full. There's a super moon on Friday in Taurus, which is about your values. So I think it's really important for you to kind of reevaluate what your values are right now. Hold on, I sent some prompts to my people. So the questions that I would ask yourself this week is, do you feel confident enough to allow what's good to come to you? Or do you try to chase or control your experiences? That's what Taurus is about, right? Because Taurus is about possessions. It's also about what you value, okay? So the question is, do you feel confident enough to allow what's good to come to you? Or do you try to chase or control your experiences? Are you in touch with how your body feels, especially in emotional situations? Or are you trying to numb the pain and avoid your feelings? Do you know your own value? And can you enforce healthy boundaries? Or do you have difficulty removing yourself from unfulfilling dynamics? Those are the questions you need to be asking yourself this week, and you need to be reevaluating, because with this full moon, you want to release anything that's not aligned with what you actually value and where you are actually going. Hey, Lalalu. Hey, Sapphire. Thank you. You're welcome. These are wonderful tips for meditation. Thank you. I think I struggle with meditation the most. Yeah, I think I did too, because I thought that I was supposed to be doing something. Like I thought that, you know, I get up in here and I like fix something. I don't know, like I literally was trying to like fix something. And it wasn't until I realized that meditation is about stillness. And in stillness, you get emotional clarity. In stillness, you can hear yourself. In stillness, everything that you have been hiding comes to the top. Stillness is what allows those whispers that come in through the night. All of a sudden you weren't thinking about it, but when you get in that bed, all of a sudden something start whispering in your ear. That happens in stillness. So the whole point of meditation is getting into stillness so that you can deal what you need to deal with, so that you can stay at this neutral state where you're not easily swayed and conflicted and all of this, where you can govern your own life, where you're not looking for anybody else to make the decisions for you, because you trust in yourself and you trust in your abilities to make the decisions that you need to make in your life. Hey, Sherry. Very, very true. The things that come up are usually what you are attracting, right? No. So the things that actually come up with you have to do with what your frequency is, right? Because what happens when you think a thought, you're not actually thinking a thought. You're matching a frequency and you're activating your mental energy. Okay, so your mental body is separate from your emotional body. So what happens is you're trying to think of something. So when you try to think, you activate the mental energy. So what happens is, based on what your frequency is, based on what you're thinking about, you're going to match a frequency in the mental plane, and you will get thoughts and downloads that are at that same frequency. So if you're getting a bunch of negative thoughts, that means your frequency is in a negative frequency. So you need to raise that vibration and say, you know what? Those are good options, but those aren't options for me. And then you start focusing on what you actually do want. And when you can start focusing on that, then now the new downloads come through. Now the new information come through. Now the new ideas come through. So you just kind of need to switch it a little bit. It's not what you're attracting, but it is where you're at. It's a good signal. If all the thoughts in your head are negative thoughts, it's a good signal to tell you what your frequency is. Because you're matching that frequency, and then you get a download. So there are no original ideas. There are no original thoughts. There's no such thing. You're matching a frequency and you're getting a download. And that's why if you don't act on something, somebody else will a couple months later. And you're just like, what the fuck? I thought about this first. You didn't act on it. And knowledge is like money. When you get it, you got to use it. Period. Is mental abortions a thing? What did I just walk into, child? Do you got a thought, baby? I'm confused. Is mental abortions a thing, or is that illegal? What are you trying to say? Like, are you trying to mentally get rid of fetus? Because that I'm not going to engage in. But if you're talking about a thought, baby, child, I don't even know where to go with that. Are you participating in the 4B movement? Child, I've been 4B for about 4 years now. Y'all just getting here. Y'all just getting here. Have you met the men? No, I'm 4B. I'm a 4B'er for lifer, if that's what it has to be, or unless somebody comes along and changes my mind. And that's kind of been my mindset. I was in a toxic situation for like on and off for like 5 years. And it took everything that I had, everything that I believed about myself was just different. I was so far away from myself that I knew that I had to be different. And I knew that it was something within me that was the issue. It was not something in that other person, because whatever it was in me allowed me to continue to stay, even though my intuition was screaming the whole fucking time. Even though I was having dreams, I was having bitches call, I was literally, and I still stayed. Why? That was the question for me. And it was more so about my lack of boundaries, my lack of self-love, me being in abusive situations, so me being used to that type of thing. So those are the shit that I had to unpack. And I spent so much time unpacking it. Ain't no way in hell I'm about to just go back out there and do the same things that I was doing before. I don't work too fucking hard to get here. So for me, it's not really about a 4B movement. It's about me respecting myself, me honoring myself, me knowing my worth and not settling for anything that does not meet that standard. It's about me setting the bar in my life. And if that means that I don't get X, Y, and Z when I want it, then I don't get X, Y, and Z when I want it, because I'm more focused on what I should do opposed to what I want to do. Because I want to be down there, okay? I want to roll in the sack, but I can't do that with just anybody. I understand too much. So it's about me honoring me loving me telling the world, if you're not going to treat me this way, then I don't want it. Period. So yeah, I can't wait to read it. Super excited. I'm excited too, because I have a really great way about communicating things. And I think I'm going to surprise myself with this. I will say I have been a little bit like, I get over there, I start writing, and all of a sudden it's like all these thoughts in my head and stuff like that. But I think it's just because I'm trying to get it done right now. And I'm used to doing everything so fast. And this is something I really want to take my time with. So Sam, I honestly had to just pour into myself, work through my anger, to be honest. And I've been eerily calm. Yes. And it scares me sometimes how calm I be in situations. Like, I literally had somebody cuss me out yesterday. I literally had somebody cuss me out when I did everything right yesterday. I even sent the proof, and sis was just determined that I was a scammer or some shit. And then she apologized, and I was just like, I had to literally like walk myself through it. But I handled it so much better than I ever handled any situation like that. So, You know, the changes are coming. They're coming. They're coming quickly too. How can I switch my energy from fear, anger, anxiety, sadness to joy, enlightenment? Well, first you have to figure out what are the things that are causing the fear, anger, and anxiety. Because I wish I could tell you like there's some type of cure-all, there's some type of band-aid that comes along with that, and it's not. The cure is shadow work. It's looking into why you fear things, looking into what makes you angry, looking into when you started experiencing anxiety and what things make you anxious right now, looking into what things make you sad. And I think you really got to be honest with yourself in that. You got to have grace for yourself, and you really have to don't judge yourself while you're going through that process. You need to nurture yourself and love on yourself. And I think when you can figure out what the root of these things are, you can kind of start pulling them up. And when you do, you start looking at life differently. You start looking at yourself differently. You start naturally just experiencing joy. You start looking around you, and all of a sudden the trees look different, and you're seeing different things and different people that you never saw before. And it's because you've opened yourself up to love again. And I think that's what I would be doing, is focusing on what is causing all those other things, and then putting a boundary there and saying, you know what, I don't want this anymore. You know what, anything that looks like this, we're just gonna cut that out. Okay? And you need to figure out what those things are and get to the bottom of them first, because a lot of people try to tell you like, oh, you just focus on happiness, you just this, but that's toxic positivity. You can't toxic positivity your way out of healing. You need to actually face the things, face your fears, face the anxiety, and be honest with yourself about what is causing those things. Because if you can change the belief system, you can change the mindset. Hey, Kiki. I just moved abroad. Oh my gosh. Tell us more. Where'd you go, girl? How do you like it? How do you disconnect from that? Ooh, shit. Disconnect from what? I'm so sorry. I'm kind of slow at reading comments. Tell me what disconnecting for, and I'll look for your answer for that. I've been getting deja vu, and it made me so emotional in the moment. Oh my gosh, I had deja vu the other day. And it's just confirmation that I'm on the right path. I think I can see into different timelines. And I don't realize that it's deja vu until it's happening. And then I'm like, oh shit, I seen this in a dream, and I didn't know what the fuck this was about. And so Spirit was actually talking to me about deja vu yesterday. So it's kind of crazy that you brought this up. Today. It's confirmation though. I'm a musician, so I started uploading 432 hertz music. You think it would help the community? Yes. And I think Chris Brown does that. I think Janae Aiko does that. That's the frequency that you want to be at. Is all sound feminine? Yes. So happy to see you. Hi, I'm happy to see you too. Pluto and Jupiter in Scorpio in the 6th house. Pluto and Jupiter is crazy. That means that you got to keep transforming in that energy. You have to constantly keep deaths and rebirths. You have to constantly keep evolving and growing and letting go of what is not serving you. You have to constantly keep shedding in order for you to experience expansion and abundance, which is crazy. Hold on. And the 6th house is your routines, isn't it? Yeah, so your routines have to continuously change. Your health regimen, work habits, all of that. Like anything that requires you to give service, okay? Your daily habits, your daily routines, all of that has to continue to change in order for you to experience abundance. But it is a place where you are going to struggle, but it's going to bring you the most transformation. But child, that's an ugly combination, child. See, you said family and relationships. Now things make more sense with my Scorpio energy. Thank you. You are very welcome. Taurus moon in my 10th house and Mercury. I love when the moon's in Taurus. Yes. Good things are coming when it comes to reputation, when it comes to how you're showing up, when it comes to your communication as well. Being more centered in love. My 12th house is ruled by Taurus. Ooh, secret enemies, girl. And my only placement there is Aries and Lilith. Oh, child. Yeah. When Taurus, Venus in Taurus was transiting my 12th house, because they were both transiting my 12th house this year. I cannot tell you how many secret enemies were revealed. How many people was just talking about me, and I'm just Delulu, me over here in Delulu land, just like, yeah, these are my people, I love them, oh my gosh, they're like me. Girl, the delusion goes deep. Got a random message about Christianity this morning as a thought. How do I know where this came from? It came from you. It came from yourself. Usually I get whatever spirit cannot reach me. The moment I open my eyes, I get a message, or I see a name, or whatever the case may be. That's coming from you. Can you save this live, please? I'm learning so much and want to go back and reference this. Yes, honey, this is going to be on my YouTube channel. So if you go to click the link in my bio, or you can even go to where it says Instagram in my bio. When you click Instagram, YouTube pops down. But all of my lives are on YouTube. Hey, Seth. Jesse. Hey, I was wondering what to call you, what you like to be known by. You can call me Big Taj. And my son in Gemini, so I will do your tips too fast, but for a week, because my moon and sun are so close. Okay. Oh, thank y'all for responding in the comments. Y'all know I'm slow. I be trying to work my way down, but I've been just trying to slow down in life altogether. So I just be moving slow. What is 4B? So the 4B movement is women just kind of like deciding that they're not going to settle for less, especially when it comes to men and toxic masculinity. And they are instead prioritizing themselves. This has actually been happening in China, and now they don't even have kindergarten students, because the women have been standing on business and they ain't been having no schmecks with their men. So now they don't even got kindergarten classes in the next couple years, because the women have been standing on business so motherfucking hard. I mean, knees on necks, steel-toed boots on necks about that. So after the election, women have been like, since, you know, all of these abortion rights, or all of the rights to my body are being taken, I'm just not gonna have sex with y'all. And you know, I approve that message if that's what you gotta do. I think she means psychic surgery, and yes, it's real. I've done it to myself. Oh, I know psychic surgery is real. I know psychic healing is real. I do not want to encourage you to do that, though. What you trying to do? I don't want to encourage you to do that, my love. Well, that was me this last year. I'm gonna let it play out, see it through kind of person, not no more. Yeah, don't listen. Hope is the annihilation of joy. And what I mean by that is you staying in a situation that's not serving you based off the hope that somebody will get somewhere that they may not ever get is stopping you from experiencing joy right motherfucking now. That person is not worth it. I don't give a fuck who they are. They are not worth your stagnation. Because that's what that is. It's stagnation. It's self-betrayal. It's misalignment. So you're actually saying, you know what? I'm going to prioritize what they need over what I need. Fuck that. Are they doing that same thing for you? No. Get them out of there immediately. How can you stop feeling like you're not doing enough while waiting for opportunities to come to you? Focus on what you already have accomplished and what you already have done. This is something I struggle with my entire life because I have a problem with feeling satisfied. Okay, you're probably a generator, but I have a problem with feeling satisfied. Or you could be a projector, because lack of success is also that energy is in projector energy as well. But I had a problem feeling satisfied, and I wasn't able to actually enjoy the small accomplishments. So when I would have these small moments, I would just not even acknowledge them. Like I would literally just constantly reach it for something else. That is a telltale sign that you are in survival mode, my friend. When you can't sit down, when you always have to be doing and going and moving and whatever. What you need to do right now is to slow down. Slow down. Don't make any commitments within 72 hours. Tell everybody, you know what? I have to think about it. Even if you feel shame, even if you feel guilt, tell everybody you need to think about it. When you're making decisions, don't feel like you need to make it right now. That's going to help your mind slow down. Your physical body is, don't rush. If you're going to be late, you're going to be fucking late. Take your time. 9 times out of 10, you worrying about something, you get there, the people ain't even fucking there. literally slow down. And then you need to pay attention to what you do have, because whatever you have right now, you was manifesting before. And now that you got it, you're not even paying attention to it. So I need you to just look at what you do have, appreciate what you do have. Know that more is coming your way. And instead of doing the work in the physical, just do it in the mental world. If you feel like you need to get some energy out and you need to do something, visualize the world that you actually want in your mental world, because this is more real than this. What's happening inside of here is creating your life. So spend time doing that if you're going to obsess over anything. Okay. Okay, the election. Now, what did you say before that? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I got the mind of a fish. Hold on. Let me see. What did she ask me? Oh, damn, I think I passed it. Hold on. I feel like I'm onto something. Oh, fuck. Chill. Okay. I'm trying to find the original question, girl. I'm so sorry. I said, how do you disconnect from that, the election? Okay. We back. How I disconnect from that is that it's not a part of my reality. Like, I literally, what they do does not affect me, because I researched everything when I went down that rabbit hole years ago. And I corrected my status. I don't have to worry about that, because those people are for the federal jurisdiction and I am a state national. So how I disconnect from is I just don't pay attention to it. Anytime I see any of that, I'll just be like, ooh, scroll, ooh, and it's everywhere right now. So during the period of time when it was happening, I just didn't get on the internet, because I don't care to see that. It's all fear-based propaganda, and it affects us whether we know that it affects us or not. So I literally disconnect from it. And it is hard because I care so fucking much. And y'all know that I care so much. If y'all been following me up until this point, I'm a lunatic about what's right and what's wrong. And I think me just getting used to my energy and me just being able to manage myself a lot better has really helped me too. Just set boundaries for the men that just tried to come back into my life. Period. Love that for you. Bye, loser. 4 hertz is beneficial as well. Yes, it is. There is a hertz for every single chakra. Every single chakra goes with a music note on a music scale. I just recently found out that F sharp, for some reason, tends to be what the frequency is playing in the pyramid, if I'm not mistaken. The pyramids, which causes cellular regeneration and all that. For some reason, F sharp is important. And I was calling on the energy of F sharp yesterday, and baby, we had motion. So, you're welcome. Hi, Vinci. Good to see you. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. I have been taking a little break, but I'm back like I never left. Tell me about it. I'm tired, Grandpa. Routines, health, work, etc. I'm going through a shift now. Yeah. And also look at what your perfection year is as well, because I'm in a perfection year of 9, which means that I'm processing everything that came up last year, and I'm breaking all of that down. And I have to really, really learn how to let things go. Otherwise, this year would be a very painful year for me. But because I've already done the fucking work, okay, proactiveness, because I've already done the work, it wasn't as challenging as I thought it was. But the shit that did come up hurt me. It hurt me really bad. Grandma not mad. Grandma just hurt. I'm talking about, it was like deep shit, like parental fucking daddy issues. All that shit was coming to the top. Secret enemies, child. Yes, don't get me started on the secret enemies. I don't know my chart at all. I'm an Aries, Leo moon, Aries rising. Okay, a lot of fire energy, a lot of impulsive energy. You should do a human design reading. Or I don't do birth chart readings because I feel like human design gives you way more information. But if you know your time of birth, you should look up, go to astrologycafe.com and put in your information, and they'll give you a whole fucking write-up. I'm talking about it's in detail. Or you can go to Astrology Master app, and they'll also even tell you what's transiting. Ooh, Cotton Candy Sky is my favorite. I just want to, can I show y'all this? Hold on. Y'all gotta see how beautiful the sky is right now. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm an earth baby. I love the earth. Look how gorgeous it is. Can y'all see? Just beautiful. Anyways, I had to share. Let me close the door though, since my cat ain't outside. Is she outside? Okay. I got a habit of locking Shorty on the porch on accident. So, anyways. Yes, this has definitely been revealed so much this year. Yes, it does. Okay, shit. Hold on. Let me go back up, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, I just read something. Hold on. Yes, this was definitely been revealed so much this year. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Kodak. What is the houses and moons? So you have a moon sign, which is going to tell you what your inner world is like, the internal. It also has to do with your mother, your mom issues. Scorpio moons typically have mama trauma. Damn, did it just get dark in here? Am I tripping? What's going on? Anyways, the houses are going to tell you what areas of your life specific energy is affecting you. If this message is from me, I don't know what I mean. LOL. It was the beginning of the end of Christianity. What do you mean? You're telling yourself. You're telling yourself it was the beginning and the end of Christianity. Are you Christian yourself? There's something you're trying to tell yourself. Only you can unpack that. I can unpack it for you. But I don't know if you're necessarily ready for that. Do you do birth chart readings? I do not. I do human design readings. Human design is basically taking astrology and I Ching, which is energy work, and kind of combining the two. So to me, it gives you way more information and guidance on your energy, because human design splits up the feminine and masculine components. So you can figure out what your feminine energy is, which is your hidden energy. And you also can figure out what your masculine energy is, which is the energy you're going to be kind of familiar with. It's your personality. It's the energy that you're experiencing. Whereas the feminine energy is the energy you're not aware of, but everybody else sees in you. So I do that. It tells you about your life path. I give tips and tricks on how you can navigate life and how you can get into energetic alignment. It also tells you like about your digestive system, how you manifest. It like gives you what environment you thrive in, what your strongest sense is. I'm a feeler, so I get a lot of information when I feel into things, but that's not everybody. Some people get more information from the smelling things. That's why y'all nose is so damn sensitive. Some people get information by touching things, you know? So just knowing that information can kind of help you to align energetically. How do you know if you're a generator or a projector? You need your time of birth, and then just go to myhumandesign.com and enter in your information, and it'll tell you what your energy type is. And that's helpful because there's specific things that groups or energy types experience as kind of like a collective. Hey, Rolling with Mom. I was asking how you disconnect from the election. Yes. I just ignore it and take a break. And I disconnect because I do care a lot, y'all. I care so fucking much. And I don't be understanding why everybody else don't care. I be out here screaming, losing my motherfucking head. But I had to realize that one of the biggest lessons that have been coming to me recently is you can't do the work for anybody else. You only can do the work for yourself. You cannot convince other people of what way to be, because it's their life. They get to make their own choices. And you can disagree, you know, you can let your differences kind of create more division, or you can just, you know, figure out what you can deal with and what you can't deal with. Now that you've gone through it, do you recommend correcting your status, or is there an alternative? I don't know. Spirit keeps telling me that it's not going to be important soon. And that's why I stopped teaching about it. Because I was teaching. That's how I got this platform. A lot of my platform came from me talking about politics and talking about the situation that was happening in the world. Because I have this gift where I can hear things that people can't hear, and I can see things that people can't see. So usually what I latch on to is completely different than what other people latch on to. Like, for example, today I was meeting with a mentee and she was showing me a picture of herself, like from the olden days, but I didn't feel happiness. I didn't feel joy. I felt sadness. So I'm like, what's going on? Because I'm feeling nostalgia. Nostalgia is triggered by negative emotion. And then she burst out into tears. And it's because I can see and hear what other people can't. So I think that for some reason, Spirit has been telling me that it's not going to be important pretty soon. Like, it's not going to matter. So that's why I stopped teaching about it. How do you call upon energy? You just call it in. I was telling y'all earlier, call on free will. Call on free will and see what starts to happen in your body. But first you need to be relaxed so you can feel the subtle changes. But you just call it in. I call on the energy of free will. Just like that. So I do mini readings, Justin, for $35, which is just going to give you like a brief overview of what your energy centers are, but it's not going to tell you about your specific energy and where in your life it's affecting you. It's just kind of going to give you a brief overview. I think it's a great introduction to people who don't know anything about human design and just kind of want to dip their toe in the pond. So I do that for $35. And then if you want a full reading, it's $80. If you want a mommy and me, daddy and me reading, meaning like looking at the energetic profile of yours compared to your kids, that's $89. It's a 7-year for me. So relationships, yes. And I feel like they've all taken a hit this year. It's supposed to, baby. It's supposed to, because we go through these cycles, right? So that we can continue to grow and evolve. And that's why they say we live in the realm of sin, but they mean sign language. Sin is just a short version for sign language. So that means you go up and you go down, you go up and you go down. But in these periods of you being at your highest and going down and trying to travel back up, there are things that you're going to pick up, behaviors. There's going to be lessons that you learn or belief systems that you pick up that need to be restructured later on because they're not going where you're going. So we go through these cycles so that we can clear out the old shit and we can continue to evolve and grow, because that's what our consciousness is here to do. It's here to expand. So yeah. I'm watching the moon here. Yeah, the moon literally just is not out, or it is out yet, but I don't see it yet. You are welcome, delightful, beautiful. I'm always looking at the sky. Oh, them palm trees. I need to move, child. Period. Come on out here, friend. Get up here. Let's dance. I'm a Capricorn moon. Okay, so a lot of structure, a lot of Saturn in your emotional world. So a lot of self-limiting restraints that you're putting on your emotional world. You're probably a person who compartmentalizes a lot and doesn't really actually deal with the emotions. Capricorn is very much so in control. There might be daddy issues there because Capricorn is the father figure, the authority figure. Yeah, taste. Yeah, taste is a really good one too. I think people who have taste as their strongest sense are people who need to sample things. Like, go and try it on in the dressing room. Like, if they have a sample of the food, sample that food. You know, like, y'all probably the kids who's constantly putting stuff in your mouth, and it's because y'all pick up extra sensory information from that. Raised Catholic, identified as Christian, but feeling myself drift from that. Yeah, I can feel that you're there, for sure. But understand that religion is the masculine side of spirituality. Spirituality is just frequency. Everybody in existence is spiritual in nature because you are a spiritual being, regardless of whether you know it or not. But religion is teaching you about spirituality from an information perspective, but there are restrictions and limitations anytime you teach about something from information based, from information instead of intuition. Okay, so I don't think that religion is bad at all. I always say that the Bible is actually one of the greatest books when it comes to what the path of ascension is, because you know what it's actually telling you is metaphorically speaking, but some people take it personal, and that's where the kind of tear becomes, because for people who are wise, it is going to be amazing. It is giving you some great information for the people who get it, but for the people who take it literally, it becomes a tool to enslave them mentally And now every choice that you're making is based off of whether or not you're a good person or not. And you putting yourself in this box where you have to perform and you don't actually get to exist as yourself. You don't actually get to explore the darker energy in you, because that is what you came here to do. Everything that you see in the world around you is also exist inside of you, which means that there has to be some level of acceptance that you're not going to be good all the fucking time. And I think that sometimes religion keeps us from that, which pushes us into this positive toxicity, which is a thing. When we're supposed to be in this balance, right? Because there are two energies that exist inside of you. There's a masculine energy, there's a feminine energy, right? There is God and there is the devil. Okay, the God energy is going to be masculine energy. It helps you to manifest heaven on earth. The devil energy, and why they say women are evil, is material energy, is what it is. And that's things that make you more material. It helps you to manifest hell on earth. And what Jesus was saying was, follow me, do what I do, because anything I can do, you can do. And he sits at that neutral point. So when we're talking about that emotional vibrational scale that I showed you guys, the very top, the purple, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up so I can kind of explain this better. And this is all love, y'all. This is coming from a place of love, I promise you. Scale. Okay, hold on. Let me put this into Google, because for some reason this platform don't be giving me what I want. But I want to show y'all something real quick. Okay. Oh, Chad, I still ain't figured out how to flip this damn screen. This be pissing me off real bad. Anyways, okay, hold on. All right, so y'all see this scale, right? So this up here is going to help you to manifest heaven. Okay, this is enlightenment. Okay, that is you learning more. That's you shifting your perspective, because enlightenment just means that you understand something differently now. Okay, so this is what helps you to manifest heaven. This is what the God within, aligning with the God within. Okay, this down here helps you to manifest hell on earth. Okay, so shame, guilt, fear, apathy. No wonder why they always trying to keep us in these states. It helps you to manifest hell on earth, but you're supposed to be not God, not the devil, but Jesus. Jesus is in the middle. Jesus is saying, Jesus was the balancing point in between these two worlds. So he's saying, you can do what I do, you know, and if you follow my path, follow me. I know the way. Okay, that's what he was saying. So that's what the story is about. That's what when you can understand this energy and understand how to use this, life becomes different, because I've explained this multiple times, but I'm gonna explain it again. When you are supposed to be operating in this neutral space all the time, okay? This is where your heart space is. This is where earth is. It's in this neutral point where there's some type of support here, okay? That's why earth is green. That's why your heart chakra is green. You are in this neutral area. Okay, when you want to bring something in, there's a spiral staircase going up. Let me show you. You can look at it like this. Okay, there's a spiral staircase going up from the middle point. There's a spiral staircase going down from the middle point. And the goal is for you to use your thoughts, meaning like you get an idea. And if you decide that you want to create using that idea, say the idea is, I want a new car. Okay, that is the masculine. Now, in order for you to bring anything in, you need to go from the neutral point. You need to go up the spiral staircase. So that means that you need to be feeling willingness. So compromise. You need to be feeling acceptance. You know what? Maybe I don't like this car because I like this car. Maybe I just want people to see that I have this car. Instead, I would like something more reliable. That's acceptance. You feeling love, you're feeling joy, you're excited about the process, you're having fun while you're looking for the car, you're feeling peace, you're feeling enlightenment, meaning that the more that you research, you learn more about cars and you feel like maybe I don't want that G-Wagon, maybe I want a Bronco, okay? And while you're getting up throughout your day and you looking for the car and you going to the dealership, you test driving, you doing all of that, you need to be experiencing one of these things because that helps you to expand, okay? That's how you bring something in. But if you're trying to move something out of your life, you go down the spiral staircase. But what happens is so many of us who are living in fear. It's so many of us who are living in guilt. There's so many of us who are living in shame that we're not at this neutral point. We're down here in hell somewhere. And now we get the thought, I want the car, but instead of feeling joy, peace, excitement about it, we're feeling fear. We're thinking about all the things that can go wrong. So instead of expanding and bringing it towards us, we're moving it out. So now it's unattainable and we're constantly trying to reach for it, but it's moving away from us, because this is how you move something out. I hope the mathed for you. Okay? I forgot what we was talking about before that, but that's important for whatever I was trying to say. Whatever point I was trying to make, hopefully that was useful. Okay, hold on. Let me go back up, y'all. I done missed so many damn comments. Y'all know I be preaching. Okay. What is this? Oh, I forgot about this song. Okay. Noah. I might take a social media break. Yeah, I don't know why. Social media was giving me the fucking ick. So I had to take a moment to myself too. Now that you've gone through it, do you recommend correcting your stat? Okay, we already talked about that. Okay. Hold on. How do you call upon energy? Like you said before with the F sharp, just call it in. I call on the energy of F sharp. Anything that exists in this physical world exists in the spiritual world first. Says I'm a projector. Okay, so you need to prioritize rest over exhaustion. It's night here in Iceland. Oh my gosh, Iceland keeps coming up. I think I'm supposed to go to Iceland for some reason. It literally keeps coming up. It just keeps coming up. I might be taking a trip over there. I heard it's beautiful. It's so crazy that you mentioned F sharp. I'm music. I literally cried when I played my husband's song. Wow, that's crazy. I just looked up my chart and it says I'm a projector. Yep, projectors are some of my favorite type of energy. Y'all are creative and brilliant thinkers in a way that I don't think anybody else. Y'all see the world in a way that I don't think anybody else sees the world. Y'all are really, really good at coming in and making things more efficient. Y'all are really, really good at getting to the root of something. Y'all are the conductors of the group, meaning that y'all will do good in like management positions, but y'all are not supposed to be doing the work. Y'all are supposed to be delegating the work. Y'all are the ideas. Y'all are the mind. Y'all are the brilliance, but y'all are not supposed to actually execute that plan. Y'all supposed to hand it over to a generator and the generator brings it to life. Y'all are meant to go to sleep before y'all get tired. Y'all cannot sleep next to a generator, whether it's a manifesting generator or a generator. Y'all cannot sleep next to them throughout the night. I was just talking to one of my clients about this. You will be taking in their energy throughout the night, amplifying it inside of yourself, and you'll never get a chance to actually rest. Projector energy is really hard for y'all to be parents. And unless y'all have a good community around y'all, because y'all energy tends to burn out. So it tries to act like a generator's type of energy that just go out and do it, that work energy. So it tries to act like a generator's type of energy that just go out and do it, that work energy. Like that. So about 40 y'all tend to burn out. So y'all gotta really, really be careful and make sure that y'all prioritizing rest over relaxation. Whoa. Sin is short for sign language. That's my first time hearing that. Say more. Sin is short for sine wave. Sine wave. And a sine wave just goes up and down, up and down. Because the universe is a sine wave. We are on a specific sine wave or frequency. Because it's the same thing. If you look at a frequency of light or whatever, it literally looks the same. It's a sine wave. We are on a specific frequency, and the next sine wave up is 90 degrees. This direction. The next sine wave down is 90 degrees in that direction. So we're all sitting on top of each other. So if you actually look up like a sine wave and a cosine wave, that is literally how dimensions are separated from each other. Let me show you. Sorry. I love me some Sid. Girl, you could do no wrong in my eyes, girl. You could do no wrong. Oh, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Let me show y'all. So, this right here will say that this one is the sine wave. You see, it goes up and it goes down, it goes up and goes down. The difference between dimensions is 90 degrees. So you can literally draw a square right here. This is a 90-degree angle, and this is the higher harmonic. So you see how they all sitting on top of each other? That's why they say we connected through space. We are connected through space. there is another frequency band that is in the same room as me, but I cannot see them. So if you ever seen the OA, it does a great job of showing this. I cannot see them because I'm not at the same frequency level as them, but it does not mean that we're not sharing and occupying the same space, because we are. Okay, love how you break down this knowledge. Thank you. You are welcome, my love. Beautiful sunset where you're at. It's past 8 p.m. here. Can't see where the moon at though, which is weird. Yes. Has the moon not been hiding to y'all? It definitely has. OMG, yes, I'm trying to be a good person and becoming afraid. You don't have to try to be a good person. You just are, baby. You don't have to try to be anything. You just are who you are, okay? And that is enough. That is enough. You came here with everything you needed. You came here perfect. A perfect piece of the puzzle already. The only thing that you should try to do is release any restrictions that you've placed on your capacity to love. And once you can remove that and you can get that shit out the way and you can step into your power as your authentic self, you are perfect for exactly what you came here to do. Whatever that is. You know exactly how to do it. And it's going to be done your way. But you're perfect. Hey, Sam. Yes, that was me last year, but this year I spent time sitting with my shadows and making peace within. Yes, that's the best way to be, because when those times come where the old is breaking down and the new must emerge, you're not going to have as much of a hard time as other people. That same pain and suffering that other people are experiencing, you're not going to have to do that. Child. So yeah, I think I'll be resisting my villain era. Don't resist it. Don't resist it. You are good and you are bad, okay? You want to be more good than you are bad, but you only need 51%. You need balance. That is it, 51%. And you need to be of service to other people. That's it. That's the rules. There's a path. Path of service to self or path of service to others. Path of service to others is the positive path. Path of service to self is the negative path. That is manifesting hell, while this is manifesting heaven. But in order for you to be of service to other people, you first got to nurture yourself and make sure that you are whole, so that you being of service to other people doesn't drain you of everything that you have. Yes, 0 point energy. Yes, correct. Whoever said that. Say go get the bag, baby. He was so good in concert, y'all. Ugh. I've been living this year when it comes to the concerts. I went to K Trinata, y'all. It was a fucking rave. Next time we're getting a seat. My brother wanted to be in the middle, baby. We are not no young whippersnappers anymore, okay? Let the kids have fun. Grandma wants to be in a seat with some popcorn and a drink. Please, preferably. Oh, yes, I'm going to post this on YouTube, y'all. You're welcome, Sam. My strongest sense is touch. Wow, that website is so good. Wow, thank you. You are very welcome. So if you want to get more information about something, make a decision about if you want to buy something, you need to touch it. Morning Red, I just popped in. What are you talking about? Please fill me in. Is it morning where you are? Good morning to you. Or grand rising to you. Because we not morning. We living. Okay? So good living to you. We're not talking about nothing, child. We talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Check your astrocartography lines for Iceland. You know what? I have, and I don't think I have nothing over there. Mine's are like Phoenix, where I am, California. And then the other side, I think it's like China. Not just like the book. But I think that I have lineage in Iceland though. I went this summer and it was everything. Yes, something is calling me there. I think I need to see something. I need to experience something. I love the views though. So I heard it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It prioritizes the people. Like I need to know what that's about. I've been getting downloads about the Aurora Borealis. I have too. What's crazy is there was a TV show called The Mutants, and it's like supposed to be a spinoff of X-Men or whatever. And there was a girl who had the power to like kind of like, she had the power of magnetism. And the guy, he literally shot beams out his fucking hands. So he had obviously purely masculine energy, electricity. When they came together and they held hands, it created the aurora borealis around them. But the aurora borealis is where center earth is, because the masculine and the feminine energy are coming together and they're sitting on top of each other. They're creating that neutral energy. Child. Anyways, can you talk about manifesting generators? Not very good team players. They would just rather do it than tell you how to do it. Really good at manifesting, really good at problem solving very quickly. The only energy that is able to multitask. I think that y'all have the best energy when it comes to getting shit done. But it's like generator energy, so it is energy that needs to do things. You're here to work, you're here to do, you're here to implement, you're here to execute. Sid is amazing. Oh, is she a Scorpio rising? You know what? I feel like Scorpios recognize Scorpio energy, especially if you got Scorpio on your big 6. I feel like that's what draws people to me. It's like our intensity. Our intensity is at the forefront. Loving this live. Have you felt today's energy? Yes, it's blah. But I choose not to go with the flow today. I choose to bring that energy up. Wait, hold on. Projector 6'2" with a generator child. But I had her at 35. She's a 1-3. Open-minded. Yeah. Y'all are completely different energy, by the way. Where do you find your chart again? You can go to myhumandesign.com. Yes, for a week there was no moon here in St. Louis. Oh, child. I don't know where it's been. I really haven't been outside. I mean, is there a moon outside? I'm gonna have to go out there and look now. The energy is so strong. It is. It's potent. And I feel like when I put in a request now, I can feel it immediately. It feels like there's been a shift in power dynamic. And I think the power is with us right now. Just light/dark, be balanced. Yeah, I don't think it's bad energy. It's just like, meh. That's what the energy feels like to me. So much. Thank you for you. You are so welcome. I'm from Iceland. Oh, really? I've always wanted to go there. Something has always been calling me there. Something has always been calling me to Fiji. I need to go to those places. I love how your brain works. Oh, thank you. I'm in South Africa. It's 3:26 over here. Oh, okay, South Africa. I've been getting so many people from South Africa who follow me. I did not even know that that was a thing, but I'm grateful for y'all, period, and Uranus. I feel so electric when I touch the right things. Trust my sense of touch. Yes. Absolutely. Trust your sense of touch. It is where you get a lot of information from. Oh, yeah. Scorpio knows Scorpio. Yes, for sure. My Scorpio moon is always winding up right next to a Scorpio man, child. I love Scorpio energy, though. We are so not surface level. Like, there's nothing surface level about me. Everything about me is super fucking intense because that's who I am in my inner world. I'm super intense. So when I meet other Scorpios, it's just like we actually get a chance to vibe out. And we talk about the most random fucking shit. And I feel safe enough to do that. No matter how fucking crazy it is. Now the team player got me weak. I'm a manifesting generator and I try so hard to work with people. Baby, you are a one-stop shop. And that's why it's hard for you to work with other people. Because what you see everything really quickly. Y'all like a fucking freight train. Y'all see somebody bring y'all a problem, y'all see the solution immediately and y'all want to move directly toward the solution. You don't got time to stop and try to fill you in because they can't see what you see. But then that be the issue with manifesting generators is that people feel left out, feel like they're not a part of it. Like, but that's just how your mind works. And that's a beautiful thing. You solve problems very fucking quickly. But it just makes other people feel insecure. If you was on my team, girl, I'll let you do the work if you want to do the work. So that's where the masculine and feminine meet. Wow, yes. That's my theory. And it's more than just a theory. I've gotten confirmation on it multiple times. I'm a Leo woman and I love Scorpio men. They're a whole vibe, LOL. Are you, have you ever met an Aries man though? Because for some reason, Leos and Aries men, y'all always end up by each other. And for some reason it works, it vibes. As a Capricorn, I feel like I can pick up on Scorpios, but my Juno also is in Scorpio, so I like them. Oh yes. If your Juno's in Scorpio, that is actually what you need. So you're more likely to marry a Scorpio, because whatever your basic needs are to have a sustainable long-term relationship lie in Scorpio energy. So that's probably why. Yes, Fiji is on my list. Oh my gosh, y'all. Ever since The Real World had that Fiji season, I have not been able to come off of that. And then Love Island recently was in Fiji. I'm like, okay, but I didn't know they had that many bugs and mosquitoes in Fiji. I ain't trying to get eaten alive. But I still need to make my way over there, because when Real World, if y'all was around when The Real World was Real Worlding, they was in like an underwater hotel situation. I don't know, but I feel like I need to go over there and experience that. I feel like that is calling my name. So, and it's only like an 11-hour flight from where I am. I really was going to go for Christmas, but I feel like I do have a tendency to be a little impulsive. So maybe don't travel to the other side of the world randomly and sporadically, you know, even though I have a tendency to do those things. So true. Scorpio rising here. I knew you were real. You are special and so charming. Oh, thank you. Thank you, love. That's really sweet. Came on just in time for the Scorpio love. Pluto and Scorpio in the first house. Ooh, baby, that's such a tough placement though. But yes, keep transforming, keep learning about yourself. Reinvent yourself every time you feel like it, and baby, you will be fine. Just constantly drained and can't stop myself for a moment, going in circles. You got to slow down. You got to prioritize your rest. So if that means you need to take some time off, take some time off, because you can't show up if that overtakes you. You know, you're not going to be able to do your job at 100%. You're not going to be able to do. So if there is an opportunity for you to prioritize yourself and rest right now, it's going to be really, really important. And Spirit keeps saying you need to feel your feelings. Because whatever it is, you're operating out of emotional, energetic alignment. How do I find out what I am? You need your date, time, and location of birth, and then you can go to myhumandesign.com. Yes. And it'll give you a chart. I'm like, dang, so I be making people feel left out. LOL, am I the drama? Yes, girl. Not necessarily. It's not making them feel left out. Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is that they want to be a part of it. So the goal of this manifesting generator energy is to inform, meaning just to tell them what you're doing. If it affects them, it does not mean that you have to change it, but telling them so you don't have to explain yourself later, because y'all don't like explaining yourself. Don't come to me, ask me all these motherfucking questions. Y'all don't like that. So to mitigate the conflict on their side and your side, you just tell them what you're about to do. It doesn't mean that you have to change it. Okay? And then you are responding in life. Everything in life is about your responses. How do you find your Juno? You just Google. Because I found mine through the same astrology cafe. Let me see. It's not astrology cafe. It's Astro Cafe. Yeah, so if you type in Juno Astro Cafe, that is not even what it is, y'all. It's called Cafe Astrology. And I've been telling y'all Astro Cafe this whole entire time. I don't even want to, it's a specific type of dyslexia where I see something in my head. It's like I see the correct thing in my head, but I say the opposite thing. Anyways, Cafe Astrology is what it's called. cafeastrology.com/Juno. And you can put in your information there and it'll tell you what your Juno sign is. My Juno is in Virgo, which explains why I love Virgo men. They're just so put together and so organized, and I just be needing that in my life. You know, they care about Virgos and Tauruses are literally like the same energy in a different font. Cancers too. I feel like Cancer energy is very much so, but I'm also a Cancer midheaven, so I just feel like I do Cancer energy very, very well. I've been around Aries men, but maybe the wrong ones because I get nothing on the connection, period. Stay away from them, girl. They're so impulsive. They love hard, though. They really do. I've seen astrologers say your Jupiter can give insight on your spouse's sign, and mine is Scorpio. Jupiter. I don't know. Maybe it's something I don't understand about that. Are you sure they wasn't saying Juno? Or maybe they... Jupiter is masculine energy. Jupiter is about subconscious. It's about looking within and also exploring outside of yourself. I mean, it can tell you how you have fun, how you explore, how you expand. So depending on whether or not if it's in your love house, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, it is. What's the name of the website, please? It's called astrology. Cafeastrology.com, child. I'm new on my spiritual awakening journey and it's been wonderful, but lately I feel sad. Is that normal? Is it normal for you to feel sad? Yes. But I think sadness is not what you're feeling. I think you're feeling melancholy. Melancholy feels like sadness, but it's not sadness. It's actually purely creative energy. And I think a lot of us get confused with that energy because we're not really told about melancholy. But melancholy feels like sadness. And a lot of times we're shifting between these two energies. It's joy and melancholy is at the other side, which is energy that's meant to pull you away from people so that you can focus on yourself. It is meant for you to prioritize, to figure out what your goals are, to figure out what's important to you, and align yourself with those things. And unfortunately, it makes us feel alone. It makes us feel sad. It's very low energy, but it's only so that we are not around people because we don't feel like being around people. So it's very purely creative energy. Just make sure that you're spending a lot of time inside. And if it does feel different than melancholy and you're not getting idea after idea after idea and it does feel like sadness, then you need to figure out what that is, which means you need to spend time with yourself and figure out when you are feeling the sadness and what is actually happening in your reality when you're feeling it. But I will say that one thing that I dealt with was there was this underlying issue of me having to like kind of grieving the old version of myself when I had to become the newer version of myself. So I was kind of just like, oh, damn, I can't do what I want to do. I wanted to do this. And that's the difference between being ruled by the body and being ruled by the higher self, right? It's doing what you want to do versus what you should do, which is being ruled by the body, when it should be doing what you should do because you have greater awareness and not allowing your body to run the show at all. Because why you in my business? Oh yeah, for sure. Y'all definitely don't like questions. So y'all definitely not gonna want nobody rolling up on y'all asking y'all those questions. So just tell them what you're gonna do. And I've been channeling I Love When You Count Me Out, Kendrick Lamar. Who's mad at me? Only you know that. And actually it might not be. Has anybody texted you recently that surprised you? I love when you count me out. Who's mad at me? I don't know. It's something I don't understand about that. I heard that Venus is the sign of your soulmate. No, Venus is home, meaning like that is what you need to feel safe in love. Sorry, no, scratch that. Sorry. Venus is who you have fun with. Your moon sign is home, where you feel emotionally safe. So a lot of men will typically marry their moon sign. So if a man is a Scorpio moon, 9 times out of 10, he's going to have a Scorpio wife because that is technically home for him. Dwayne Wade has home and fun with Gabrielle Union because of what her placements are. She has the same energy in his moon sign and the same energy in his Venus as her sun sign because those are in the same. So Venus is not necessarily your soulmate, but it is who you have the most fun in love, the most enjoyment in love with. Whereas your moon sign is who you feel the most emotionally safe with And then your Juno is going to tell you what qualities you need in a person in order for you to have a long-term sustainable relationship. So you can look at all of those together. But your Juno is going to give you more insight to what's important to you. And it doesn't mean that you're going to marry somebody who has that sun sign. It could be in their big six, or they can just operate how, you know, that energy operates. I'm a Scorpio rising. My husband is too, plus Mars and Venus in Aries. His energy is amazing. Mars and Venus in Aries? Child, I got a Mars in Aries. And I'm a motherfucking nut. I've struggled with anger issues my whole life. I've been in anger management twice, because that energy is the energy of the infant. That's the infant of the zodiac. So we tend to be a little bit quick to anger, but as quick as we get angry, we get over it. I got a question. Can amethyst help you get rid of curses and bad energy? The crystal? No. No. You can do anything with your mind. But if you feel like you have a curse or something on you, I would definitely say go to an energy worker who can just get rid of that in one swoop for you. But amethyst is a psychic crystal. It helps you with, I don't want to say development, but it helps you with strengthening your gifts. It helps open up a pathway to the spiritual realm. It helps with intuition. It helps with third eye. Curses are bad energy. I would definitely say take a spiritual bath with sea salt. Immerse yourself in that bath. I would definitely put protections around you. So visualize yourself in gold lights and make sure that it goes out 6 inches in each direction. It means front and back, up and down, side to side. And make it hard. Meaning, like, you know what it feels like when you go up and you kick something really hard. Like, I need you to make that bubble hard. And then I would call on the energy of Creoline, Palo Santo, to clear your energy. But I think clearing your energy could work. The curses part, I would go to an energy worker. I mean, I know how to do it for me, but I don't want to give y'all that advice, because some things you don't want to tackle by yourself if you don't know how to handle them. Especially if you're going to feel fear if you see something, or if you, like, I don't want to put you in a compromising situation. So just go to somebody, do a spiritual bath, make sure you're clearing your energy, make sure you're protecting your energy, all of the things. I don't know, to be honest. I've seen a few of them say this about Jupiter. I don't know what the connection is though. Okay, I need to look into that, because I don't know about that. I'm here from your, I don't know who needs to hear this video. Oh, okay. So that's like half of my videos. Half of my videos I started like that. So which video was it? Is the question. Yep, black tourmaline is great for protection. Onyx, shungite, jet, any of the black crystals. Black tourmaline and selenite together, for some reason, add extra strength and protection. So Venus in Sag means that exploration is going to be important in your relationship. Spontaneity is going to be really important. Honesty is going to be really important. The song by K-Dot called Count Me Out, and he sings those lyrics. I've been channeling it. There's a message in that for you, but I haven't gotten a text lately from anyone that surprised me. Have you been thinking about somebody lately, though? He's a bit too, especially because he's an Aquarius stellium. Ooh, child. So don't get me started on Aquariuses. I love Aquarius. I love Aquariuses. I always attract them. It's the honesty. It's the, you know, bluntness. A child. The Aries moon, baby, the poster child of crashing out, definitely. But we'll be frolicking with butterflies after. Absolutely. It's a switch. That is a light switch. I agree. I do Aries energy really well, because I'm already a fucking impulsive crash out any fucking way. It took me a while to get here. That's why I be telling you I am not perfect. I done lived multiple lives. But that was one of them. I used to get on here and tell y'all stories about me being a fucking crash out for no reason. When I met him, my downloads increased. My spiritual awakening cracked open. Okay. I like Aquarius energy too. He's zany and a warrior for sure, but he has great emotional control. Yeah. Hey, Karma. Hey, girly pop. That's funny. I love when people say that. I try not to think about anyone, LOL, because I feel like people been pulling in my energy. Yeah, it's a really good idea for you to like kind of see yourself in like your light, meaning like imagine yourself in that dark place. Oh, it's Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Imagine yourself in that dark place and then kind of see a door appear. And then when you open the door, see a light and you can't tell where it starts, where it ends. Walk in there and kind of fill the room with that light. And then you just want to call forward anybody who has your energy and push light through your eyes, through their eyes, and see the light coming through your feet, purified. And call your energy back. Once I did this exercise, it changed a lot of things for me. I feel like it was like, I didn't know how much energy Beyonce had of me. Girl, why you got all my energy? I need that back. I also didn't know presidents had a lot of my energy too, because I genuinely care about stuff like that. You know, so I just start calling my energy back. And child, it works wonders. What time is it? 6, 7, 8, 9. What is it? 9 y'all time? What time did I hop on here? Oh, I like that. I've been trying different ways to call my energy back. Yeah, like that helps because I didn't realize how much energy my mama had, my daddy had, especially parents. Siblings as well is a lot of energy. Work, bosses at work, the bosses that tried me and played on my fucking top and I didn't get a chance to stand on business the way I wanted to stand on business because I was trying to be mature when I was only 22 and I could have crashed out. They had a lot of my energy too. They had a lot of my energy too. So yes, call your energy back and actually see it coming back to you purified in its purest form is what I say. Set your intentions. Yes, last night I dreamed someone was doing something and woke up screaming out loud, get the fuck out of my face. Yep. Don't let nobody attack you in your dreams. Understand that your dream world is ruled by your subconscious mind though. So the way that you get shit done in the physical world is not the same way that you get shit done in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, all you do is gotta think and then it happens. So if somebody's attacking you, think that you got a knife, think that you got a pew pew, think that you got, and think quickly, and face your fears. Do you have access to the Akashic records? I'm on a journey to them. Any advice? I don't know. Somebody recently told me something or said something about the Akashic records that really fucking threw me for a loop. So I have not been trying to reach the Akashic records recently. So I don't really have any advice on that. I've been trying to reach the records inside of my DNA. That's what I've been trying to reach. And I'm starting to remember more. So imagine walking in the light and asking for seeing where our energy is at and will I see who no. I want you to go into the light and know that it's your light. Feel the whole room in every direction. You need side to side, front to back, down and up. You need to see nothing but gold energy everywhere as far as you can look. And then I need you to call the people forward. See them walk towards you. Push your light through their eyes and see it coming out of their feet and back through your feet. But set the intention before you do this that I'm calling my energy back and all my energy back is going to return to its purest form before it gets back to me. And then you want to push light through that other person's eyes until they kind of like flake off and disappear. To me, they flake off and disappear. For you, they might grow angel wings. I don't necessarily know. Everybody is different. But I see them kind of flake off and disappear. And that's how I know how much of my power they had. And you keep pushing until all of your light comes back. Yes, I usually do removals, clearings, and then call it back to me and seal with prayer. Change the language though, because prayer actually etymologically, when it comes to the etymology of the word, means to beg. You are the creator of your universe. You don't ever need to beg. So saying something like, saying whatever it is that you want, and then saying by divine decree, and then doing whatever you want it to manifest is a demand to the universe. but I've been trying to reach my records. They're in your DNA. Your DNA is information systems. There are studies that show that your DNA houses so much information. Better than a fucking computer. Whatever it is, it's in your DNA, but the problem is a lot of our DNA has seals on it. So our DNA wasn't able to wind up the way that it's supposed to. We have 12-strand DNA, which means really 24. And our DNA was not able to wind up, and that's why we can't use it effectively. So you want to break those seals, which I think they broke already, but you want to go into your DNA because your DNA has the answers. But how do we know who to call upon? Start with your mama, your daddy, your siblings. Anybody who made you feel disempowered. Anybody who made you feel rejected. Anybody who, those are the people who have your power. Anybody who, every time you think of them, you get triggered. Anybody who has ever hurt you. Those people have some of your power. By divine decree, yes. I started using that in the last few days. Good for you. Yep, that's a demand to the universe. And then just don't think about it anymore. Know that it's done. And it is. But you want to start with your parents. You can go through every single family member that ever made you feel any type of way if you want to. But then you need to move to your work. What was your most toxic work environments? Who is those people who is causing all of the toxicity? Because those are the people who got your power. I might have to fast for 331 and a half days straight to unlock that. No, facts. That's how you become more light. And the problem is that we have all this dense energy that is sitting on top of it, which is keeping us from getting to it. Along with the outside external forces that have also done things to try to keep us from it. Along with the seals placed on our chocolate. There's a lot. Okay? So you just got to stay patient, and you got to understand it's not a race. You'll get there. You'll get there exactly when you're supposed to get there. And you don't want to rush the process, because what will tend to happen is when you are moving energy in your body and when you are doing that, a lot of your traumas come up. A lot of the shit comes to the top. And if you're not ready to deal with that, it can cause fractures in your mindset. So you need to really, really be careful about doing this too fast. You need to take your time. You need to nurture yourself. You need to do it one little piece at a time, and you will get there. I had a dream someone siphoned my energy and took my record last year. That probably wasn't a dream, baby. Undo it. Undo it now. You got the power to do it. Call your energy back from them. And what I say is, by divine decree, anything that was taken from me, whether I consented or not, consciously or unconsciously, is being returned to me now in its purest state. I just want to say that I love and respect everything you do for humans. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm actually a lot more proud of my work lately than I've been. I don't think I've ever actually just took a second and just stopped and think about it and like of the impact. And the other day my little cousin wrote me and she said that she was going through something, and she was like, I thought about, like, the first thing that came to my mind is, okay, who makes the most sense? And she said me, and that actually made me feel happy because I be feeling fucking crazy sometimes. And so she started listening to my podcast, and she's just like, oh my gosh, this is great information and blah, blah, blah. And then I had so many people saying that same thing, like, just thank you for putting this out in the universe. And the whole goal of me doing that was for somebody who is out there who is searching like I was searching, for them to go and be able to just find it wherever it is. That's why with having a podcast, you have to pay each month for that podcast to be up. I've not stopped paying that, because I want y'all to be able to find what y'all need. I want y'all to be able to find the stuff that I put out there, because I think it's important. And also understand that this was supposed to be me taking y'all along on my spiritual journey. So yes, some of my perspectives and things have changed since then, but it doesn't mean that information is invalid for where you are. Because when I started that journey, that's how I thought. So it's like, y'all get to see me grow and evolve, and I love that for us. Hold on. Yeah, back up off my throat chakra. I don't know what you on, but you better back up. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I just want to say, okay, I know it wasn't, but it sent into what felt like mania last year, and I was traumatized. I feel that, but understand that you always have the power. There is nothing more powerful and more courageous than you. Nothing. I told you I watched the kids cartoon kid's cartoon Wish. And in the cartoon, basically, people are coming to this man and they're giving him all their hopes and dreams, like the one thing that they want to happen in the fucking world. And he's basically stealing their energy and like using their dreams to basically power him up. And he trying to steal their dreams and their hopes and all that shit. And he like, it's like a lottery. You go and give it to him and he picks the one for that year. That's great. But every single year people go give their hopes and their dreams and it empowers him for the motherfucking year. And he can use that power for good or evil or whatever the fuck he want to do. I watched that at night thinking like, oh, this is something I can watch to fall asleep to, you know, but then I stayed up and watched it because whoever goes to sleep when they say they want to sleep. And then I went to sleep and it was like I was in a dark place. I couldn't see anything, but I felt somebody's hand in my heart chakra trying to rip my heart chakra out of my back. So that was traumatizing, but I really jumped into action. And I'm like, okay, Tati, you gotta wake up right now. And as soon as I jumped up, I started meditating, sent them back to where they came from. Actually, I depolarized them, which I enjoy doing because that type of energy, they need to be 95% negative in order for them to polarize to the next density, which means they really care about their frequency. So I turn that bitch up to love and I send that shit back to them and they hate it. They never come back. So you can do the same thing. That's a real thing. There's the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once or whatever. When she was fighting that kung fu and she was trying to get into her other timeline, they was like, send it love, send it real genuine love. And she's like, I can't do that. He's trying to kill me. That's a real fucking thing. And it works. BT dubs. I know I've experienced it. Thank you for your advice and information. You're such a divine messenger. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for your contribution to the live today. What if you don't know what time you was born to access your records? Go to your county where you were born or send them a letter. And you ask them for a long form. They're going to ask you why dual citizenship in Ghana, Taiwan, any of the non-Hague Convention countries. That's not advice. That is for educational purposes only. Do with it what you want. I love a lot and I'm a Sagittarius, so you already know I'm a projector like Speedy Gonzalez in Rush. Yes, I love Sag energy. My mom was a Sag child. It was hard, you know? But I appreciated it because I was always able to see my mom as a human. And one thing about Sagittarius is that they are very honest, very blunt, very much so going to give it to you and you're just going to have to figure out what to do with it. Can you repeat that incantation? By divine decree. Wait, what were we talking about? Hold on, wait a second. We were talking about... What were we talking about? You let me know what we was talking about and then I will repeat. If not, go to the live. It's gonna be on YouTube tomorrow morning. Oh shit, damn it. Okay, hold on. We were talking about calling your energy back. Okay. But no, yes, we were talking about calling your energy back, but what was the... No, it was something else. We were talking about that, but there was a specific thing that somebody said that I was responding to. What did the person say? Dreams. Nope, it was before the dreams. People taking your energy in your dreams. Someone said their record was taken, I think. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Woo, child. I don't remember. But I'm going to post this on YouTube. So just listen. I think you said it. Just listen to that. I mean, I know I started it with by divine decree. Child. It's not, when it comes back, I will let you know. You know, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I told you I got the mind of a fish and I mean that shit. It just be coming and going. As I need it, it comes and then it goes. Well, you inspire me. I'm definitely practicing some of the things you preached. Oh, good. I love that for you. Hey, love. Death changed me, which is why I've been calling it back and gracefully flowing into my villain era. Yeah, I love that for you. We ain't even got to call it a villain era. It's an era where you stand in your power, you stand in your light, you know your worth, and you standing on your square. Doesn't mean I'm a raging bitch, but I'm the softest and most ruthless I've ever been. Me too. Me too. It's like I'm able to make conscious decisions for real. I'm able to analyze the situation, kind of remove my emotions from the situation in a way. Not in the way that you think though. Like I'm literally figure out how I feel about it, then I remove the emotion, the personal component of it, and I act based off of that. Red, this made me think. I always wake up knowing that something happened. I think someone's taking energy. I told y'all that. I told y'all that it was still in dreams and it was taking energy. And I was actually watching an episode called Upload. I mean a TV show called Upload, which is basically like after somebody died, they put them in this like heaven retreat where their consciousness still gets to exist. And you know what they was doing? They was watching people that was still in their dreams, that was putting it on porn sites. It was all kind of shit happening in this motherfucking TV show. But it's all shit that I have already said to y'all. I've already told y'all. So yeah. And I have often woken up and had, yes, yes, incubus, the schmexual dreams, can be that. Don't let anything spit in your mouth, please. But you need to, by divine decree, I am protected from feeling that with what's happening. Okay. Hey, Matt D. Yes, that movie was so good, and that's what I've been trying to do. Aries moon, make it hard sometimes. It does. That is a difficult moon sign to have. I will say it's a little bit more impulsive, emotionally, internally, and very passionate. Very misunderstood, and I'm celibate. Yes. Yes. By divine decree, I am protected from any schmexual activity happening in my dreams. By divine decree, no energy can marry me in spirit. Demanded. We were talking about calling your energy back, and then you spoke about the national process, dreams, people taking energy in dreams. Someone said their record was taken, I think, okay. Some man you were talking about TV show by, child, ain't none of that ringing a bell. Subconscious and conscious. It's all divine timing. That is a superpower. That is superpower brain, by the way. Thank you. Oh, it's okay. As an Aries moon / fellow fish mind, I totally understand. Yes. I got whatever Dory got, I got that real bad. Then it's like the message comes when the message comes. But if I need to redo it, because I think I'd be channeling a lot. If I gotta redo it, baby, it's over. You just gonna have to catch the recording, baby. How much do you know about manipulating, manifesting generators? A lot. I am a human design reader. I just talked about it earlier on this chat though, and I talked about it in a lot of my lives. So I'm probably gonna post this. I'm probably about to get out of here because I need to go meditate. It's about 6 o'clock my time, and Sister Grain meditated since 9 o'clock this morning. So I need to go get some food. I need to meditate. What are some of the powers you find unique to Scorpio moon people? Our ability to see through bullshit. We are like walking fucking lie detectors. There's nothing getting past us. We can see whatever is hidden. Whatever you think you've hidden, you have not hid it from us. We might not say nothing, but we peep it. We're really good at that. We're really good at calling bullshit. We're really good at seeing the truth of a matter. Because Scorpio is ruled by not only Mars, but also Pluto. Okay? It's what's hidden. Is what's hidden. We can see that really clearly. I think we're really, really emotionally perceptive as well, meaning that we can pick up on and identify emotions really well. It's like an analytical type of thing, but energy, we're good at energy, any of that. So we can tell the truth from a lie. That's probably one of the biggest ones. You're welcome, Jazz. Okay, I am gonna hop off because I got some to do before I lay it down for the night. Grandpa was a Scorpio immigration lawyer. Got it, yeah. Scorpio energy is not surface level at all. It's very intense energy. And we know we intense too. It's not even like we can hide it from ourselves. Like sometimes we gotta dial it back in front of people because we are aware of how intense we can be. But we like things that are hidden. We like to discover new things. We like to look past what the surface level is, which I love about us. So, all right, y'all. Well, I love y'all deep. I will probably be uploading this tomorrow just because it was a longer live. It just takes a couple hours for it even to download from TikTok. But I'll upload this for y'all probably tomorrow morning, or if I do not do it tonight, because it's only 6 where I am, so I still got some time. I might do it later on tonight. But I'll upload this for y'all, so look out for it on YouTube. You are so very welcome, y'all. And y'all have a good night. I might jump on here tomorrow. It just depends on how my day goes tomorrow. Love you back, Nia. Bye, Jazz. Have a good night, y'all. I'll see y'all later.